Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Humna and I share content on my channel connected to art, healing and spirituality. I started reading this book and it really brought me so much peace and so much calmness in my spirit that I thought I'll share it with everyone, whoever is on the path and their journey to connecting to their soul, to their inner life. For it has had a really nice impact on my understanding about what inner life is about. It does follow the Sufi philosophy and that kind of background, but having said all that, it's still for the soul and anybody can listen to it. So with that, if you haven't heard all the other chapters, then they are on my YouTube channel. I think it's on Humna Says portfolio, but I'll try and make it a separate portfolio for all the books. And I'm hoping to share it every Wednesday, 11 a.m. in UK, so you can all like hop onto it. And maybe this could be something I do regularly because I actually have a reading disorder as a child and I didn't enjoy reading as much. So I've been pushing myself forward and use this sharing with you all as an exercise to become better at reading. So if anybody out there also struggles with it, I can understand, and we just have to keep going, isn't it? I started listening to audiobooks and they really changed my life, so I thought this could be a way of me pushing myself and also kind of challenging myself, and maybe in some way it could help somebody like me on the other side. So I would start doing them anyway. So coming to the chapter number 5, it's called the freedom of action. As man grows through the inner life, so he feels a freedom of thought, speech and action which comes as a natural course through his spiritual journey. And the reason why this freedom comes and whence it comes can be explained by the fact that there is a spirit of freedom hidden within man, covered by outward conventionalities. When a man grows out of the outward conventionalities, then the spirit of freedom, which was closed in so far, becomes manifest. The laws given to humanity are given by those far from such laws, the elder ones. As for children, there are certain laws, certain rules necessary. So those who have not yet evolved to look at life from a higher point of view are fixed under certain laws which are taught to them as religion. And they are necessary for mankind as the rules given to the children in the home. If there are no rules given, the children would become unruly. But then the children become grown up. Then they begin to see for themselves the reason why rules were given to them and the benefit that these rules were to them. Then they can make such rules for themselves as suit them best. The inner life helps a soul to grow up. When the soul evolves from the subjection to mastery, then it makes rules for itself. In the East, therefore, no one tries to criticize a spiritual person. No one stands up to judge his actions or to accuse him of something which he himself calls wrong. For this reason, Jesus Christ has said, "Judge not." But this teaching has been given to point out that "judge not" applies to your equal, for that the one who is more advanced, no one can judge. When man has the tendency to judge one more advanced When man has the tendency to judge one more advanced than himself, the consequence is that spiritual advancement deteriorates, because however advanced he may be, those who have not yet advanced pull him down. Therefore, humanity, instead of going forward, goes backwards. What happened in the case of Jesus Christ? He was judged. The liberated soul, the soul which was made free by divine nature, was judged at the court of man. Men less in advance considered themselves sufficiently learned to judge Christ, and not only to judge, but to give sentence. In whatever period of civilization, therefore, when the tendency to judge the one who is advanced has shown itself, there has always come a collapse of the whole civilization. The Sufi Sarmad, a great saint who lived in Gwalior, was asked by the Emperor Aurangzeb to attend at the mosque, for it was against the rules of the time that anyone kept away from the regular prayers which took place in the mosque of the state. Sarmad, being a man of ecstasy, living every moment of his day and night in union with God, being God conscious himself, perhaps forgot or refused. A certain time of prayer to him was nothing. Every place to him was a place of prayer. Every time was a time of prayer. His breath was going against the rules. This is what happens when you have a decent reading disorder. You just kind of misplace the sentences. I'm going to find it again and restart. I apologize for this. Sarmad, being a man of ecstasy, living every moment of his day and night in union with God, being God conscious himself, perhaps forgot or refused a certain amount of prayer or a certain place for prayer, to him was nothing. Every place to him was a place of prayer. Every time was a time of prayer. His every breath was a prayer. As he refused to attend prayers, he was beheaded for going against the rules which were made for everyone. The consequence was the downfall of the whole Mughal Empire, which can be dated from that time. The entire Mughal civilization, unique in its time, fell to pieces. The Hindus have always known this philosophy for the reason that they had a perfect religion, a religion in which one aspect of God was characterized as human, and their various devas are nothing but various characteristics of human nature, each of them adored and worshipped. In this way, not only God but the whole human nature in all its aspects was adored and worshipped. It is that which makes the Hindu religion perfect. When people say this place is sacred and the other place is not sacred, that particular thing is holy and all other things not holy. In this way, they divide life into many, many pieces. The life which is one, the life which cannot be divided. Therefore, those who rise above the ordinarily conditionalities of life by their inner development come to another consciousness. For them, worldly laws are the laws for the children. Those who begin to see this difference between the laws they set before themselves and laws that are observed by mankind at first condemn and then disregard the common laws. They criticize them and ask, what is it all for? But those who become to the fuller realization of the inner laws show respect even for the laws of the children, knowing that there are laws for the children and not for the grown-ups, yet they respect them, for they know that it cannot be otherwise. The laws which they know can only manifest to the ones whose soul rises to the realization, but before the soul rises, it must have some law by which they live in harmony. Therefore, advanced souls regard such laws with respect and observe them when they are in the community. They do not condemn them. They will not criticize them. They realize that harmony is the principal thing in life and that we cannot be happy through life if we cannot harmonize with all those around us. Whatever be our grade of evolution, whatever be our outlook on life, and whatever be our freedom, we must have regard for the laws of the majority. Now the question is, do those who are spiritually advanced have special conceptions of morals? Indeed they have, and their morals are great morals, but greater than the average human being can conceive of. It is not that of becoming free spiritually from the laws of the generality. They become free from their own laws. They have their own laws to bind them, and these are much higher and much greater laws. No doubt their way of looking at things may be criticized and may not be generally understood, yet their law is more akin to nature. Their laws are in harmony with the spirit. Their laws have their effect as phenomena. And by regarding two morals which are contrary to each other, the morals of the generality and their own morals, they arrive to a plane and a condition where their hands and feet are nailed. This is symbolic meaning of the nailing of Christ to the cross. What I'm hearing through this chapter is that I do have to confess, being a Muslim, I don't 100% like connect to the idea of saying that, where it says Hindu is a perfect religion. I do think there is nothing like, I don't want to have any ideas about anything being perfect religion wise. So I don't think I completely agree to that, but I'm open to the idea of saying that there are aspects of Hindu religion that really are basically the same as any other religion, to be in observance of, if that is a word, of what God is, and see God in everything. So I do understand that. And what I'm hearing through this chapter is that there are people out there who refuse to look at the mysticism as a way of expression, as a way of life. The inner life is not always valued, and those who have lived in the past of that, in connection to the divine creator, do not need to submit to the laws of how one needs to worship. They worship with their breath, with their existence, with their being. They could be sitting and just be in state of worship. They don't have to bend down. But the act of doing that is equally important in my personal view. But having said that, there are people who don't need that kind of actions and are already connected to the divine without the frame of bodily actions. I hope I'm making sense. But I really enjoyed reading this chapter, and I hope you enjoyed listening it too. I'm really sorry about the reading part that happened upside down, but I hope it gives you some kind of clarity, holds you, and reminds you that there are sometimes you have to choose the life that you want to have, rather than following like a sheep and being a slave to others. For if you want to bring your divinity to this planet and rise towards the light that you are and your creator is, then stand in truth with the light of your God, no matter who stands with you or not. You are light. You're here to spread light, love, and peace. I'm sending you lots of all of that love, light, and peace. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll be back with another video to share the next chapter on next Wednesday. I love you all. Take good care of yourselves. If you'd like to join me in my retreats, which are online, you can check out all the details down below and get in touch with me. If this book is something that you're enjoying, do leave a comment and let me know too. Take care, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Allah Hafiz. Bye for now.